I've been sitting on this story time for a minute. So here it goes. Part one of how I fell in love with The Lion King. Earlier this year, I went to Alabama for work and I met this man in the airport. We kind of made eye contact when I was getting my rental car the first time because I had to exchange the rental cars. The first car they gave me was small. They tried to give me some little hatchback car and I was like, no. So I went back in there to get another car, and as I'm going in to get the other car, he's the only person that's like at the little counter. So I'm like, yo, can you help me? And he was like, nah, I can't help you, but I'll get the people. So I get my rental car, I go out to the parking garage, and then as I'm about to start putting my bags in my car, he comes around the corner and he's like, excuse me. And I was like, what's up? You came to help me put my bags in my car or something? He giggles or whatever. He like, yeah, I'll help you put your bags in your car. So he puts my bags in the car, and then of course he introduced himself. So we're chopping it up. He's asking me like where I'm coming from, why I'm coming, like, you know, why I'm traveling to Alabama or whatever, how long I'm gonna be there, da 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 da. Then he obviously is like, you know, I think you're very beautiful, and I'm just wondering if we can exchange numbers and maybe get to know each other while you're here. So I'm like, you know what? Cool. I gave him my number. We exchange numbers. I leave. So we're texting for a couple of days. Conversation is A1. Let me tell you something about this man. This man might be a motherfucking liar, but the man can hold a conversation. And if you are a single woman in 2024 and you are dating or you're trying to date or you have people trying to talk to you, you already know. Men cannot fucking hold a conversation. They have nothing to talk about. They're not interesting. They're boring as fuck. They just have nothing to say. This man right here can hold a conversation. We were having good conversation for days. I'm talking like on the phone, on FaceTime, text messages. Like the conversation was top tier. So as we're getting to know each other, he tells me that he's 28 years old, no kids, never been married. You already know. I'm like, yes, period. I hit the jackpot. He did tell me that he was previously engaged to his ex-fiance, and he kind of told me like the rundown with their whole relationship. He told me that he was adopted. I don't remember the exact age he said he was adopted at, but he did tell me that he was adopted. That's important. Remember that. So after a couple of days of just like talking on the phone, getting to know each other, he asked me if I want to link up to go play pool. We link up. So that's technically, I won't call it our first date because it was just really like on some last minute, like, hey, what you doing tonight? Are you free? Do you want to go play pool type shit? And I was like, sure. So we go play pool and everything was cool. The vibes were cool. We were getting to know each other. I'm not a good pool player, so he was like teaching me how to play, but it was a vibe. We had a good time. After that, he did ask me like, hey, if you're free this weekend, I want to take you on a date. So I'm like, cool. Just let me know the details, you know what I'm saying? And we can, you know, figure it out. The weekend comes, he texts me, I'm going to take you here at this time, so, you know, be ready. So I'm like, cool, love that. Love a man with a plan. I'm ready when you tell me to be ready. So he comes to pick me up. He has flowers. He's a real gentleman. Like, he gets out of the car. He's opening the doors for me. We get to the restaurant. He parks. He's like, don't touch that door handle. I'm coming to get you. He gets me out the car. He takes me in the restaurant, pulls out my chair. We're discussing, like, you know, what I'm going to eat, what he's going to eat, whatever. The waitress comes. He's ordering my food for me. He's like, oh, she'll have da-da-da. Love that. I love that. Anything that I needed in the restaurant, he's like hunting down the waitress, like, yeah, she needs this, she needs that. Like, it was all about me. Like, he was just so sweet. And so he seemed so selfless. And that's what really attracted me to him. The night ends, he takes me home. He's like, yeah, I'll text you later. You know, see you later. I had a great time. You know, hopefully you had a great time too, and maybe we can go on another date. So I'm like, cool, yeah, hit me later. We'll talk later or whatever. So now we're like a couple weeks into talking. I think we have been to like 2 or 3 more dates, but he's constantly bringing me flowers. He was off every Wednesday. So every Wednesday he was bringing me lunch. We were meeting up, or he was either bringing me lunch or we were meeting up for lunch for like a little lunch date, and everything was going smooth. Like, the vibes were so nice, and it felt good because my dating since being divorced has been a fucking disaster. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe there is, you know, light at the end of the tunnel. So I'm not gonna lie, after about a month, we're locked in. Like, we're seeing each other every single day at this point. Like, he's either coming to my place after work or I'm going to his place after work. We're doing dinner all the time. Like, we're cooking or we're going out. On the weekends, we're hanging out when he's off work. And like, we're locked in. Like, that's my man. Like, we're in love. I see no red flags. This man has me in my softest soft girl era ever. Like I told y'all, he's a gentleman. He opens every door. We go out places. I'm not carrying no bags. I'm not doing nothing. I used to get off work and I would like come to his place after work. He would take my boots off. He would cook. He would do everything. He would clean. I wouldn't have to do anything. It's like on the days where I'm at his house, like I'm doing nothing. I'm coming in the house and I'm just sitting on the couch and I'm doing nothing. Like I'm just relaxing. When it was time for me to like get up and like, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go take a shower real quick. You know, I'll be back. He would go and like set the mood for me in the bathroom. So he had these LED lights. He would like turn them on pink because pink is my favorite color. He would turn the shower on for me. He would make sure I had a new rag and a new washcloth. He would make sure I had everything that I needed. He would get the stuff like out of my bag that I brought from my place and like make sure it's all set up in the bathroom so that I didn't have to like, you know, be looking for nothing. Everything is where I needed to be. When I'm in the shower, he would put my towel in the dryer and he would be like, tell me before you get out so I could bring you your towel and it's warm when you get out the shower. Like, this man was, in my eyes, this man was perfect. In my eyes, this man could do no motherfucking wrong. He could do nothing wrong. I am not exaggerating when I said that this man treated me good. He would rub my feet every night. I remember one time I mentioned this lip gloss that I bought. Matter of fact, it was Topicals. I love Topicals. Anyways, I bought a Topicals lip gloss and I lost it at a concert. And I just kept saying like, oh my God, I freaking am so mad that I lost my lip gloss. Like, it was so good. It was my first time ever trying it. I loved it so much. I should have bought more than one, blah, blah, blah. And I came home from work one day and he had the freaking lip gloss for me. Like, he didn't even ask me where I got it from. He didn't even say anything to me. He literally, I guess, just Googled it, found it, went and got it, and was like, you know, here, because you keep bringing it up, so I wanted to get you another one because you lost it. Like, he was just so thoughtful and, like, selfless, and I had to study. I remember like the times where I had to study for like these exams and stuff that I had, and he would like set like the mood for me to study and like leave me alone, make sure there was like nothing else that I had to worry about. Also when I was there, like I was away from my kids, so he would always like it reassured me that like I was being a good mom even though I was away. Like, this man was sweeping me off my damn feet. He also wasn't one of those guys where like, oh, I'm gonna take you on a date, let's just go to dinner. Like, we did picnics, we did like little games and stuff at the house. Like, he was so like thoughtful and cute. Like, he was teaching me how to play spades. Don't come for me. So like we would have like little nights where we would just like sit in the house and he would teach me how to play cards. Like, he was just so thoughtful and we always had so much fun. So I was just like madly in love with this man. So when I was there, he introduced me to like a bunch of his friends. And they had a trip planned for one of the friends' birthday. So it was supposed to be like a little couples trip because most of his friends were like married or like in a relationship. And he was like, do you want to be my plus one? Because mostly everybody that's going is like booed up anyway. So I'm like, oh yeah, sure. Like, you know, let me know when and let me know what I need to do or when we're leaving or whatever. Just let me know the details and I'll go with you. So the week of the trip, it's a Wednesday. I'm at work and I can't have my phone. So my phone is like away or whatever. I couldn't have my phone, I think, for like 30 to 40 minutes. I come back to my phone. I kid y'all not. I had like maybe 10 to 15 Instagram messages from his baby mama. So I step away from work and I am reading these messages and I am literally like, my heart is racing because I'm like, baby mama, what do you mean, baby mama? Like, I've been talking to this man now for over a month or maybe a month and a couple days or whatever. I've never seen him talk to a child. He obviously told me he didn't have any fucking kids. And I've been to his house. There's no toys there. There's no baby clothes. Like, what do you mean, baby mama? She sent me everything I needed to know in like all her first little correspondence. Like, she didn't give a fuck about nothing. Like, she was like bam, 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 like back to back to back to back, like bomb dropping, bomb dropping, bomb dropping. I'm reading this and I'm just like, what in the fuck? She doubled down and made sure that I didn't have no questions because she sent pictures of him. She sent pictures of the baby. She sent pictures of all three of them together. So it's not like he could ever be like, no, I don't know. This lady's crazy. No, she sent me every little piece of evidence and receipt that I needed. She even sent me like a side by side. I want to say it was like a picture of him and like a picture of the daughter. And she was like, look at the comparisons. Like, this is his child. Don't let him fucking lie and say that it's not his fucking child. So at this point, I'm going crazy. Now, mind you, this is a Wednesday when he brings me lunch. So I'm thinking in my head, like, okay, like, we're not going to start going crazy through the phone. We're going to wait until he brings you fucking lunch, bitch. And we're going to confront this man. We're going to ask him, like, who the fuck is your baby mama? And I thought you said you didn't even have no motherfucking kids. So what the fuck is this? So it was probably like maybe that happened like maybe an hour or two before he brings me lunch. So you know that shit is my blood is boiling. Like I'm still trying to talk to him regular, and I'm just like, dog, hurry up, lunchtime come on. He keep asking me like, what do you want for lunch? And really I just want to be like, nigga, I don't want no food. Just bring your motherfucking ass here because we got some shit to talk about.